Well, Thanksgiving is quickly approaching, and many are still wondering whether or not they're going to have that holiday family dinner. And Dr. Daniel McGee with Spectrum Health joins us now to tell us why he thinks you should cancel Thanksgiving. Hi, Dr. McGee. So, what are your thoughts on Thanksgiving this year?
Well, I'm a little concerned about Thanksgiving this year. Our numbers nationwide, and particularly in the state of Michigan, are way up. So the idea of households coming together that were normally apart, I don't think is a real good idea right now.
And I know you've canceled your Thanksgiving, so you're not going to see your cute little grandson who's sitting on the table behind you. And so you're saying it's mostly because these small indoor gatherings are what's causing the spread the most.
Well, that's right. You're taking, in our case, four separate households that are normally living apart, bringing them all together into an indoor space. And it's those kind of gatherings where we're now seeing the spread of COVID. It's not the large outdoor concerts because obviously we're not doing them. It's the smaller indoor gatherings.
And one of the things that I really want to talk about is that some families are saying, well, that's okay. We'll all get tested for COVID. And then whoever's negative, will quarantine and then we'll all go and have Thanksgiving to get together. But that's not necessarily a good idea.
Well, the problem with that idea is that there's a long time, there can be a long time between when you get tested and when you get your results back. And then after you get your results back, then there's the possibility that you might even catch it while driving in the car on the way to grandma's house. So because of that time lag, the COVID test done on Tuesday doesn't mean you don't have COVID on Thursday.
Right. So there's no real way to know, like if you're still going to quarantine for however many days, that you don't maybe still have COVID. So we really need to hammer that message home to people who might have that as a plan. Do you think is a safe way to celebrate Thanksgiving?
Well, the safe way to really celebrate Thanksgiving would be to do it virtually. That would be the safest way. But if you're going to have a Thanksgiving Day celebration, perhaps have it just within your own household. If you want to expand beyond that, then there are a lot of guidelines that need to be followed, such as having it outdoors if possible, having it in a well ventilated place, social distancing indoors, and wearing a mask when you're not eating. And if you want, have different households sit at separate pods in your home to eat and not be all together around the same table.
Oh, that's a really good idea. I hadn't thought about that. Of course, you have to have the house big enough to do that. um, are there any positives that you can think coming out of this COVID Thanksgiving?
Well, the only positive I can think of is at least this year, I'm not going to get in an argument with my brother-in-law over politics.
See, silver lining to everything. Thank you so much, Dr. McGee, for the advice and the tips. If you would like to know more about COVID-19, even where to get tested, I've got that for you on 13onyourside.com.